boxes, wattage for days when the moon won't do. I'll shine in its place so you can find your way. Another light bulb at your face. I caught lightning in a mason jar, shining with the power of 1,000 stars. Lightning in a mason jar, see it from wherever you are. If you're lost, high up in the mountain top, I'll be
Whoa.
The first and the flesh, get it started. It's right, it's right.
I am happy to join with you
All right.
today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation. I have a dream.
This is the
Run
one of the
that.
worst catastrophes in the world.
Oh.
eyes on the horizon, knowing one day it's you. If you're lost, high up in the mountain tops, I'll leave the light on. I'll leave the light on. You can come home right now. I'll leave the light on. I'll leave the light on. I'll leave the light on.
Oh.
Radio Lounge. Social Reload Show. Monday night, March 14th. How's everybody doing? We have Matt, the Savior, on the other end, in his bunker.
Oh, yeah.
How are you, my friend?
Saving shit.
Yeah, what?
Saving shit.
Yeah.
You know how I do.
You always save shit. I mean, it's like, that's why.
That's my thing, boy.
That's how you got the name, is Matt the Savior. So
I've been saving shit.
you are, man. You are the master of the tech thing. So it's, the master. Well, I don't know. You and Sonic kind of go in between. So.
I'm the myth and the legend.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's between you and Sonic. So
Welcome.
True,
You've
Sonic,
got
he's
mail.
always fucking up.
Huh?
Sonic's always fucking up.
That's true. Yeah. I had to clean the bastard's cage today. He was
Little punk ass.
yeah, he was not too happy with it. But then he was fine once he got some food. He was like, "Oh, look, the fat man fed
The
me."
fat man coming.
Yeah. So then I had to give him a bath too. So
You know shit. Do you like that?
he liked the hair dryer. Homeboy was like
Were
loving
you
it.
rubbing sand
Huh?
on his cooter? Were you rubbing sand all up in his cooter?
No, but supposedly they like sand baths.
Well, that's why I said it.
Yeah, like I don't know. I've never done it before, but yeah, they supposedly that they like sand baths. They like to.
They love that shit, bro. They love that shit, bro.
I'm telling you, I've seen some videos on it. They go, it's like they're what's that stuff called catnip for cats, obviously, but some of these hedgehogs, when they do the sand baths, like I said, they go crazy, just insanely nuts.
Like they're on that catnip.
That's what I'm saying. Like they're freaking
That kitty cat crap.
catnip crazy. You know what I mean? And just just getting on it. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
I'm trying to.
Let me ask you something.
Oh, what?
You ever sniffed the catnip?
To be honest with you, I've only messed with catnip like once in my life, and
How did that treat you, brother?
well, I've just gave it to a cat one time, but I mean,
Didn't try it?
no. I wouldn't think.
You ever sniffed it?
Ever sniffed it? Yeah, I've sniffed it before, but it was a long time ago.
You ever sniffed it?
It was a long time ago.
Were you rubbing sand on the cooter?
Huh?
What does it smell like?
I don't really remember, to be honest with you.
You don't know?
No, I don't really remember. It's been a long time when I was younger. Used to have probably when I was 10 or so, used to have a Siamese cat.
Got a hard day rocking.
Well, my mom got it for some reason. I don't know why. She hates animals. Well, she don't hate animals. She just hates animals inside the house. And
She hates things. You totally think you want nothing to do with it.
So,
That's why you are the way you are, Bull. We love it.
hey, man, you know, I like all kinds of animals. I enjoy them. It starts trusting you. You know what I mean? So,
Sure.
but he's a nice guy. He doesn't really give too much of an issue. But no, I've never sniffed catnip, you know, at all.
Oh, you should give it a whiff, bro. That shit is crazy.
What is it supposed to do?
Well, I mean, it gets you high.
Well, obviously, but I mean, like, I've never known.
Never even thought about it.
No, I never thought about that. I was like, that's weird. Is that something new or?
I mean, I've been doing it since I was a kid.
Oh yeah, really?
High school was the worst.
Stiffing that catnip. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy. I don't know what it is that cats go crazy over catnip. You
I'm
know.
gonna tell you what. It's
What?
delicious.
What are you chewing on it? Is that what you do?
I sniff it. I chew on it. One time I shoved it up my butthole. I mean, just get it in there.
Did you? You know, was that easy to do, or was it sort of, you know, hard to get in
Get
there?
it wet.
Oh, okay.
If it gets wet enough.
Yeah. I mean, I would think it's kind of hard to kind of shove anything up there. I'd imagine, you know.
Try.
No, I'm good. To be honest with you.
I mean, it's really easy.
I don't even know. I guess if you'd want to put stuff in there to get high faster, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You never done ecstasy?
No.
Oh yeah. Gotta put it up your butt, bro.
All right, so let me ask you a question since we're on the topic of this, right?
Okay.
The old myth or whatever is that if you eat, you know, like marijuana, right? If you
Sure.
ingest it, like not like in a gummy, right, but just in the flower form, right?
Okay.
They said that you get high off that. You know what I mean? But then there was there was a show that I watched the other day that was talking about that. I don't know, History Channel or something like that, and they were saying how that's like a myth or like an urban legend that you can't get high off of, you know, eating.
No, I can see that being true that you couldn't, because your stomach acid is probably going to burn up any crystals that people like that. Because where does absorption take place? No, I'm asking you, where does absorption take place?
Oh, in the stomach lining.
Nowhere.
Oh, in the small intestine.
In the intestines, that's right, sir. So your stomach acid is going to burn that shit up before it can actually absorb into your body.
Mm-hmm.
I.e., they made the gummies and stuff like that because they can activate it up front, and therefore your body doesn't get a chance to destroy it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've always wondered that, because I mean, you see all the movies where they sit there and they like ingest all this stuff, which I know it's a movie, you know, but they sit there and
Yeah, I haven't seen movies yet.
Like what was the movie? Super Troopers. You ever seen that?
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah, I love that movie too.
Favorite.
Where he's like golfing down like baggies of, you know, weed, and you know he's like freaking out. You know what I mean?
You're freaking out, man.
Oh yeah, you're freaking out.
Yes, exactly.
Meow.
Yes, I love that movie. I used to go to sleep to it.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, for years. That was my go to bed music.
Oh wow.
Or background track.
Meow.
Yeah. Am I laughing?
No.
Do I look like a cat to you, boy?
Did you watch the second movie to that?
Why?
Did you watch the second movie to Super Troopers?
Did I see the second one? You know, I don't think I did.
No, I think I did. I didn't think it was that good though. I think they tried a little bit too hard, and
Little try hard action, huh?
yeah, a little bit too much try hard action. So, you know, they didn't. I don't know. They didn't really pull it off the way that it was from the first one. You know what I mean? So, but
I did like the first one. The first one was one of my favorite movies ever.
yeah, the first one was really good. I love the first one. First one was just funny from, and it wasn't really like the stupid comedy that you see a lot. It's more of like, you know, this was sort of how you say it, not really planned comedy, but just sort of like, I guess you know, real funny stuff that you didn't really expect. You know what I mean? So I don't know. To me, I thought it was funny. It wasn't like it was cheesy. You know? Yeah, maybe.
I didn't think it was cheesy, no. I liked that movie a lot.
No, that's what I'm saying. At least it wasn't like cheesy. You know? So that's what I was saying.
Cheesy is, cheesy does.
That's true. You know? But so yeah, Tom Brady is.
Oh, I saw that. What do you think about this guy that paid $500,000 for his game-winning or his last touchdown football or whatever, and then 2 hours later, the boy says, "Fuck it, I'm coming back." That dude's gotta be furious.
Wow.
He's gonna be like, "Oh my God."
How much did he pay for it?
$517,000.
Really?
Yeah.
That's insane.
That piece of history that's no longer a piece of history.
I don't know. Maybe it still is.
The first time he retired for like a week. Remember that guy?
Yeah.
I have that.
I know they were talking about it, but I didn't know that he actually retired. You know what I mean? So, you know, I thought maybe for a while, like, you know, he was thinking about retiring, and then he wasn't retiring, and then he got mad at the... Huh?
Dealt with his kids for a minute and was like, "Fuck that."
Yeah. Well, then he got upset with the reporters because he's like, you know, can't we talk about something else except my retirement? You know,
But
and they didn't want to do that. So. Huh?
not really, no.
No, they don't want to talk about nothing else. It's just retiring. It's like, who cares if the guy wants to retire, let him retire. You know, that's his deal.
I mean, you know, I know
Yeah. You know
what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, that's just me, because I mean, it's like, you know, if the guy's gonna, like I said, the guy's gonna retire, you know, that's his choice. You know, I mean, who cares how many seasons he's played with? You know, I mean, I guess to some people, it's a big thing because they follow it. But I don't know. To me, it's not worth the time to be concerned about that. So
The hoobity hoopla.
so according to the auctioneer, Leland's the previously presumed final touchdown of Brady's career sold $518,628 football, bidding for the ball starting at $100,000, with the final price arriving after 23 bids early Sunday morning. That's crazy. Didn't reveal the name of the seller or the winning bidder. The seller is presumably a very fortunate fan sitting in the end zone when the Los Angeles Rams beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in a divisional round in the AFC playoffs in January. So there you go. The guy paid almost $520,000.
impressive.
That's a house. It's like a brand new house. You know, that's 500 and. Imagine if you drop that kind of money, or you accidentally raise your hand, and now they want you to pay for that. Like, you were trying to scratch your back, and they think that you're doing a little gimmick, And
reminds me of The Office. There's a scene like that in The Office. Dwight thinks it's a silent auction.
Yeah.
Or wait, he thinks it's a Quake. What does he call it?
I don't know.
I know. Obviously, you don't know. Quaker something. Quaker sale.
Okay.
I don't remember what he called it, but he called it some nonsense where it's like you guess the price and you get the prize. Basically, like a whole Price is Right thing. So he thinks that a silent auction is that. So he bids the exact prices that things are worth on everything and wins everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of the night, they call him up as the most generous, donator that they've ever seen and all this stuff. And he, they want him to do a speech and stuff. And now he's realizing, oh shit, I owe them an ass ton of money. And it's pretty hilarious.
That's great. I have to watch that. I haven't really got into The Office, to be honest with you. The Office. I haven't really got into The Office.
I know. We've discussed it.
Well, I mean, because Mark likes the same thing, and I'm like, it doesn't really.
Well, so Mark is a good man.
Yeah, he is a good man. He's a good guy.
And I gave him credit for initially, so good for him.
I wonder if you accidentally bid on something that you can't afford. I mean, I've always seen them on TV. I've never actually been to one before. But if you do that, can you return what you bid?
I don't think so.
Is that a like, hey, I'm sorry, my bad, I messed up,
I kind of fucked up there.
Yeah.
I thought I was supposed to be bidding on how much the stuff was worth.
Right. I didn't know I was bidding on the item itself, But, I mean, can they do that?
I don't think so. I think that's in bad taste.
Oh, really? Okay. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's, because, I mean, it's like those stores lockers, they do the same thing. You know what I mean?
When somebody when somebody hasn't paid for their storage.
Yeah, they'll do the what do you call it? Where they sit there and if they haven't paid for their storage locker, they'll auction it off to a couple different people, and whoever wants to buy it, will buy it, straight up, and they get to keep everything that's in there.
Yeah, would you do that?
Yes and no. I mean, it would be interesting to see what kind of stuff would be in there.
Probably a lot of pornography.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's possibly. I mean, who knows? I know a couple times with property inspections. Some of these houses, they look like they were just brand new. You know what I mean? So
I remember.
Everybody
crazy.
What's that?
I said, I remember that. Everybody thought you were crazy, and I was like, no, he's not. Okay, maybe he is, but not about this. He's actually doing that.
Yeah, it was interesting.
No, he's not.
Oh, yeah, it's a property inspection, going to vacant houses and seeing all the crazy people. So
Basil had to do with anything, but they said they're smells like basil.
So Tom Brady is coming back. He's gonna quarterback for the Buccaneers. So all you people who are freaking out about Tom Brady leaving,
I was one of them.
You probably were. I mean, especially in the Bucks camp. Well, see, in the Bucks camp, they weren't really frantic about looking for a quarterback. So,
Because there's plenty of fish in the sea, as they say.
And plus, you're not gonna pay all that money to get Tom Brady, for a high name like him, to your team, huh?
You think Tom Brady smokes weed?
I don't know because I think they test him. You know what I mean?
Like an season.
Huh?
Like an off season.
He might. I mean, he might be able to sneak a couple puffs in, because I don't know when they start testing them for all that stuff. You know what I mean? Because the NFL's kind of strict about that. So, huh?
Would you smoke me with Tom Brady?
Would I smoke with Tom Brady?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Why not? If I had the,
Why are you trying to corrupt an athlete of his caliber? What was that?
No, I had a message on the screen, from the Discord. That's what I was reading. No, if I had the opportunity, sure, I'd do it. Huh?
Would you sniff his jockstrap?
No, absolutely not.
You're not like a crazy fan, huh?
No. Listen, I couldn't even tell you who Tom Brady was, to be honest with you.
You couldn't pick him up.
I could pick him out of a crowd, a couple days ago. You know what I mean?
His jockstrap first. And then you'd know, like a dog,
I'm good. I don't need to go sniff his jockstrap to figure out who he is.
None of that.
No, I mean, could you pick Tom Brady out of a crowd?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could. All right. I mean, like I said, I couldn't. It's because I guess I don't follow football that much. Huh?
He is probably offended that you couldn't, though.
I bet you he's not. He's making too much money. He's got $1 million yacht. I mean, come on,
I want one. Would you have a yacht?
They say that having a boat is another expense.
Well, it'd be your house.
The yacht would be my house.
Yeah. Think of it like your house.
I don't know. It's no, probably not.
You'd do that?
No.
I would do that.
No, probably not.
I would.
No, I mean, then you got to worry about if it sinks, and if it comes around.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, because I know how to drive a boat.
Well, there you go. So you'll be safe. Speaking about that, Mark told me about a place in Miami, and it's a channel that boats come out of, in and out of, right? And there's a guy on YouTube that films these boats going by, and he usually, tells what kind of names they are, and I can't remember the what it's called, but it's like these boats hit this water, man, and it just like rocks them like up and down, left and right. You know what I mean? At one time, a couple of people were like launching up out of the front of the boat. But it's something point, and I can't remember what it's called. But it's down there in South Miami. Mark's been down there. I think his brother lives down there. I don't know, So, but it's crazy going through there, But I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'd want a boat or not, because I don't know if it's just going to be too expensive, So, Well.
You know what I think?
What's that?
I think I also wouldn't sniff his jockstrap.
I would hope not. I mean,
well, come on, man. You get a chance like that with somebody famous. I mean,
why? But why would you want to sniff his jockstrap?
See what it's like.
Really?
Does his sweat smell more excellent than mine?
I don't know.
Why is this man worth so much more money than everybody else?
Because he has talent.
You got talent.
I got a lot of talent, but I'm
Don't
not
you-
making. I'm
Money.
I'm not making a gazillion dollars like he is.
Wait, that's why I want to see what that sweat smells like. Got to be golden.
You think that if you smell his jock sweat, that you'll get the golden.
Maybe I got the golden ticket.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Wow.
What do you think?
That's crazy. That's too crazy. Speaking of crazy,
Crazy.
Russia facing outright defeat and sudden collapse in Ukraine. So Putin is still on the march.
By the way.
Huh?
What a name, by the way.
What, Putin?
Putin.
Putin. Putin. He's Putin. He's Putin with a Putin.
What, Putin?
He's still trying to get Ukraine, and he's still trying to, take those guys out, for some reason. Which I don't even know. I don't even know if you know, but I don't know. Like, what's his deal? Like, what's going on with Putin? Is he like,
That's to all Ukrainians.
I guess. I mean, is it something that he's after or what? I mean,
It seems so.
what's what? I mean, I haven't heard anything about what's the actual deal about. So it's sort of up in the air. But I didn't know if you heard something.
I heard that it's going to be World War III.
Well, I know, but what I'm saying is, like, if you heard why why Putin is doing this.
I assume, no, I haven't. I haven't heard. I could make speculations all I want.
Yeah, because I've heard the same thing. I've never heard anybody talk about like why.
I think he's just an asshole.
I've heard one story of like Ukraine has the highest mineral deposit of uranium in the world.
So I thought it was something to do with that, but yeah, I'm not 100%. So I didn't want to say something would be like.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. It's so I don't know if he's after that or if he's just want to kill people. I don't know. But I know I saw a video of like a compilation video of people that he's met throughout the years, I guess, and none of them shook his hand. He like extended his hand out, and nobody wanted it. So that kind of tells you right there what kind of guy you are. You know what I mean? I mean, at least that tells me what kind of guy you are.
What kind of guy am I?
You're a nice guy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So you're a nice guy at times.
At other times, complete and utter asshole.
Yeah.
And I own it though. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah, and a lot of people would not own it.
I'm not over here sugarcoating it. Yeah.
That's right.
I'm an asshole. That's how it is.
Wow.
Dude.
There's a story that. Hold on, let me reverse this back here. I just saw this on the newsreel. A pregnant woman, baby die after Russia bombed maternity ward.
Is that a fact?
Yeah.
Somebody's bombing the maternity ward?
Well, Putin is. Putin. So it says a pregnant woman.
I mean, what a ridiculous name.
Putin.
Sounds like he's Putin. Like fart. Like I feel like that's what I would call like that a fart.
To Putin. Sorry, got some gas.
Putin, buddy. You okay? You just got a little indigesty.
Little tummy ache. just
Well,
Putin.
hey,
A pregnant woman and her baby have died after Russia bombed the maternity hospital where she was meant to give birth. Associated Press has learned images of the woman being rushed to an ambulance on a stretcher had circled the world. So there you go. It's like nobody's safe in Ukraine. Everybody's a target. Which does that mean that he's now become a what would you call that? Not a dictator, but like a war criminal now.
I have to assume he is, because I'm sure he was asked not to, like, they were like, hey, don't do this, buddy. You're going to make the whole world hate you. He's like, I'm doing it anyway.
Yeah.
And then here we are. So
Yeah. He's like, I don't care about you guys.
I don't give a what you say.
Yeah, I'm going to do what I mean.
I'm going to do it anyway.
Here's my thing, too. It's like, if this guy wants to shoot off missiles, stuff like that, what's to say of him parking a couple of those things off the shores of, anywhere in the U.S.? You know what I
He was
mean?
not the same couple right up his fat ass.
Yeah. I mean,
America,
huh?
It's America, goddammit.
America. It's my country, America. So it's unbelievable.
Chicken and
Huh?
we eat chicken and cheese.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's crazy. I mean, I think that's a lot of lives being lost for nothing. It's just unbelievable how people determined to destroy people's lives because of the fact that either they want to prove a point or they want to do something. I don't know. And then they said they took over one of the nuclear power plants. Not Chernobyl, but yeah, they took over one of the Russians took it over, and they said that they think that the Ukraine people that work there are being forced to tell people that everything's all right and nothing's wrong and stuff like that, and fear of being dead.
Fear of being DED.
DEAD, dead. Yeah.
Just DED, buddy.
So
You don't want to end up dead.
you'll wake up dead. But that's what we're going through, and I'm sure it's going to be soon, if it already hasn't already, World War III.
You think it's heading there?
I think so. I think that the U.S. and other countries have already been sick and tired of what this guy is doing. Kind of like in the old times, like Hitler, So, we tried to assassinate Hitler back in the day, but we failed in that attempt. The CIA did. So I wouldn't be surprised if they try to do something like that, or something, to get them out. A missile drops.
Would you ever want to rule the world?
Would I want to rule the world?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's a lot. I would think that it'd be cool to do, but I think it would be a lot of stress, because then you would have a lot of people coming after you for things,
Coming at you.
Yeah, and it's like, no, just leave me alone, And then you have a mob full of people that doesn't like you because you won't talk to them, So, I don't know if I'd really want to rule the world, but, I wouldn't mind.
Would you want to be president?
I've thought about that. I think that'd be kind of cool to do, but the only problem is that your privacy goes public, and once you leave the White House, you have security detail everywhere you go. So it's not like you can just go off, by yourself. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard. You know what I mean? Think about it. It's like everything's catered to you. You can't go get anything on your own. So it just sort of gets like old after a while, I think. And then you got everybody coming after you for every little thing. I think a good depiction of it, if it is like this, is a show called Designated Survivor. If you ever heard of it, Designated Survivor. It's with Keith Sutherland, right? And
I have not heard of that. No.
Yeah, I haven't heard about it either until I watched it, and it's actually a pretty good movie because they depict the president. Well, the former president was giving a speech in Congress in the show, and then somebody blows up the Congress building, which blows up everybody else, and so Keith Sutherland, even though he's the lowest man on a totem pole, he is a designated survivor. So
actually, I think I did hear about this, and I never watched it.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. It's actually pretty good. It's
I'm not mad at Netflix at all. Usually, the things I watch on Netflix are pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, even Tiger King. You like to see it because everybody else is seeing it. It's like, okay.
Okay. That's fine. I don't care if anybody else sees it.
I'm talking because it is what it is, like, because it's like entertainment for entertainment's sake, like, literally why we're watching it.
Well, it's. Do you think that he killed those tigers, like in the back?
Who?
The Tiger King guy.
I think he killed tigers in the back.
Yeah.
I think that tigers probably died. Whether he killed them or not, I don't know. That's hearsay. But I do assume, he probably buried them in his own property. Yeah, because that's what I would do.
Right. So because some of them, they were saying that they were live.
If he's killing tigers for fun or something, like he's breeding them to kill them for fun, then yeah, that's a problem.
I think that's what was going on. I think that he was.
That's not what was going on.
I don't know, man.
But that's not what was going on.
He was creepy. I think.
He was just a weirdo, but he was not creepy.
I think after the guy shot himself in the office, I think that's when the Tiger King guy sort of got off his rocker some more. To be honest with you.
What happened to this poor boy? What are you making fun of him for?
I'm not making fun of him. I think that's when he got sort of off his rocker a little more.
What, when that bitch didn't die?
No. In the show.
What do you think? Do you think she killed her husband, her first husband?
No, I'm talking about the Tiger King guy. There was a guy who killed himself in the office. You remember that?
Oh. Do I think that the Tiger King guy had something to do with that?
No. What I was saying is that I think he went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs after he killed himself. Because he walked in like.
Oh, it got hard. That was his buddy. That was his friend. That was.
Well, yeah. But I think he got worse after that.
Maybe.
Because so I don't know, but I don't know.
Speculation.
Yeah,
don't know the guy.
True. If I think she did it, If she did, she has
Yep.
a
Full time.
huh?
If she did do it, she got away with it for a long time.
Well, yeah, especially if the Tigers ate the guy. I mean, you know, then then how you gonna have CSI come out there and check? You know, I mean, how would you be able to confirm that? You know.
No, no, you can. I think no matter what, she's going to get away with it because, it's going to be too much hearsay. You can't prove
Well,
anything.
does the husband have, or the ex-husband, does he have like a grave somewhere, or does he have like a urn, or? Huh?
Yeah, that's the whole point. He was never found.
Oh, he was never found. Oh.
Right, that's the whole thing. That's why the question is, did she kill him?
Well, if she did, then she fed him to the Tigers. I bet you she did. You know.
Maybe.
I mean, think about it. How to get rid of a body quickly, and you have carnivores that live on your property. You know.
Oh, I know what I would do. Yeah.
I mean, what's the best way to do it? Let's just.
I mean, I'm not saying I know the best way. I'm just saying I know the way that my knee-jerk reaction would go. If all of a sudden it needed to say, okay, it's time to think on my toes, whatever. Like, I'd be like, yeah, I'd look out the window and I'd be like, oh shit, there's some big cats that can gnaw through a bone like butter. Maybe just go ahead and throw them a little something and see what pops out the other side.
Now, here's my question. I mean, like, if, let's just say for hypothetical sake.
The whole thing is hypothetical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Carol Baskins gets a little crazy, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and she, like, hits her ex-husband in the head, knocks him out, and then he wakes up still alive and then finds him in the tiger thing. I mean, that's one hell of a way to go out, don't you think?
I do think.
I mean, I don't know if that was a scenario that played through that she went through, or,
That he went through. Fuck her. That's what he went through.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe she planned it out through her head that she was going to do something like that, or maybe that, I don't know.
Carol.
I don't know. So it's hard to judge because I mean you don't know who's who
I
what
do.
you know what I'm saying. So I mean you can't really go back in time and see. That'd be kind of
Until
cool.
next week when I install our time machine and we do in fact go back in time.
Going back
and
in
see what
time.
happened to her first husband.
Would you want to do that, a time machine?
Would I want to do a time machine?
Well, would you want to have one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would.
Would that please you?
Would it please you?
Where would you go if you had a time machine?
All kinds of places. High school.
Yeah.
High school would be a big one for sure.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. Where would you go?
I'd probably.
I would do it to affect my life. I'm not trying to affect history.
No. I would probably figure out where I wanted to go, and then probably dress the part of that particular place and time, and then just go and just observe. I mean,
In medieval times.
no, I wouldn't want to go back that far.
You go to the medieval times. You know you would.
Oh, I've been to medieval times. That's pretty cool.
Not the restaurant.
No,
the
I
real
know.
Time machine, you son of a bitch.
So anyways, so I would go to like the time of something that's safe and not gonna
You would go somewhere safe in history or in the future?
In
Because I
history.
feel like the future is probably safer.
You have what now?
Like long in the future, it's gonna get more dangerous before it gets safer. But
That's true. It's almost like that. Well, you've probably never seen it, but it's called The Time Machine, and
or well,
well, it is, but I mean, it's a movie, but it wasn't. It's called The Time Machine, but it has I can't think of the guy's name now, but it's an updated movie, and basically what happens is that he invents this time machine, but then his wife or his girlfriend dies, so then he finishes it up and then tries to go back in time to save her, right?
right.
But then realizes that every time, like, he can go back 100 times and watch her die 100 times, you know.
Yeah, the butterfly effect, man.
Right.
Did you ever
So
see that?
no, I haven't seen that before, but I know what you're talking about. So then he decides to go forward in time, and you know, it's where like somehow he went to like in the future, and then I guess we shot at the moon, you know, to do something with it, and the moon was breaking up, so the Earth was breaking up. Well, not really breaking up, but the moon was coming down, and then so he went further in the future, and he discovered the Earth was this lush jungle type of stuff, and then they had discovered this village of futuristic people.
Cannibal.
Well, it went back to like almost like caveman times. To where
Were they cannibals?
well they weren't cannibals, but then I mean still you had I guess we resorted back to our natural state, but it was a good movie. It was Orlando Jones plays in it. He plays as an encyclopedia hologram. But I'm trying to think of the other guy. Because I know the other guy, if you've ever seen the Iron Man movies.
Yes.
Okay, is it Iron Man 3?
Oh my God! Now you want to get specifics? I say I saw Iron Man. He's like, "Oh, you remember the fourth paragraph in the second act?"
No. Well, what I'm trying to say is
Good, huh?
the Iron Man. I think it's Iron Man 3 or something like that. It's where that same guy is the villain. You know what I mean? Throughout the film, but that's the guy who plays in the time machine. So that's what I was gonna say. But really, really good movie. You should check it out. So.
What, Iron Man?
No, Time Machine.
Oh, I was about to say I saw it.
No, Time Machine, motherfucker. Jeez.
Guy Pearce.
Gosh, can't take you. Fucking.
Oh, the one with Guy Pearce in it.
Huh?
The one with Guy Pearce in it.
Guy Pearce. Yeah, that's his name, Guy Pearce. He played in another movie with Adam Sandler, I think, too. You know what I mean? So, all right, let's take a break real quick. When we come back, we're going to get into some more stories. And then I want to know if anybody went to the Strawberry Festival this year.
You're going to the Strawberry Festival this year?
No, I said anybody went to the Strawberry Festival. So, huh?
Who were you saying went?
I was saying I was wondering if anybody out there went to the Strawberry Festival. They can chime in.
Cool.
All right.
Everybody Strawberry Festival.
They do. I don't know. It's.
Do you hate it?
We'll get into that next about how I feel about the Strawberry Festival. Don't go away. Social Reload Show. Be back in a minute.
I'm just gonna smoke.
Burning, burning in the land of palm trees. 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 It gets hot, hot, hotter every day. Paradise lost a lot like me. Heat to make a man act a crazy way. But I am of this land, of this place, and I am home. Home when I see orange grove on the side of the road. Like my father and his before. Forever and evermore. Burning, burning in the land of palm trees.
Bulls Radio.
Burning, burning in the land of palm trees.
Burning land of palm trees.
Forever burning in the
So
land of palm trees.
Those guys are really good. I like them. Huh?
The Soulflow burning palm trees.
Burning in the land of palm trees. So they're kind of enjoying the hemp life.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, that's what they were talking about. A lot of
Wanna
their
hear- you wanna hear
songs.
something interesting?
Huh?
You want to hear something interesting?
What's that?
The last couple of months, I've really seriously been considering wanting to be a cop.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, like seriously?
like for real. What do you think? You think you
Um,
could be a cop?
I actually thought about doing that. I thought about being a cop. You know, in fact, the a while back, the guy who died, the son and the mother. When I was talking to them, we were just chit chatting after they were doing all their deal, and he was like, "Yeah, but you probably wouldn't be able to do it because your tattoos and stuff like that, and you know." But
Tattoos. They got tattoos.
I know that's what I was thinking too. But you know, maybe I don't know. But yeah, I probably wouldn't mind being a cop. I don't know if I'd want to be a cop in this day and age, but maybe like 10 years ago, you know.
In every day and age, buddy.
Yeah,
And
but
all
I
the-
mean, it wasn't as like cops weren't hated as they are now. You know what I mean?
Change that.
Huh?
We can change that.
What do you mean we can change that?
What do you mean? Just like Rosa Parks sat on a bed.
Well, I mean, we can change that. It's just the people need to learn how to change. You know, they need to
Right.
learn how to
Okay.
you know, relax and just, you know, smoke out for a little bit and just chill
So
out.
we could be the facilitators of that change, or at least get a voice for it.
Well, I mean, the thing is you know, even if there is change or positive change, right? You know, what's to say that lasts for a couple weeks and then it goes away? You know,
Well,
or
I think people are hungry for it too.
what's that?
I think people are hungry for it too.
Well,
They
yeah, they
want-
do. They want change because they're tired of all the BS. They're tired of all the drama. You know, the reindeer games. These guys hustling them for money, shaking them down. You know,
Take it up down.
you know. I'd be tired of it too. You know, I wouldn't even make a deal to sit there and be hustled down. I'd be like, fuck that. You guys can kiss my ass. You know? What protection do I need from you? I got my 38 special right here.
All right.
Got my Rhino Harley Quinn six shots right here. That'll make your head into a canoe.
Is that right?
How much protection do I need now, buddy?
Well, keep talking like that. At least a Magnum. And I ain't talking about the gun. Hey,
Ah, you know, but that's the even that one guy that one rich guy, right? That mob of people when they were coming towards his house, you know, and he came out with a M16 or something like that, and they started making all kinds of memes about him, and they arrested him for not being registered for all those guns or something like that. But, huh?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Kyle Rittenhouse?
Who?
Kyle?
I don't know the name. I just
the
know.
AK?
Yeah.
Oh, Rittenhouse.
Yeah. But, I mean, he got in trouble for protecting his house.
No, he drove somewhere else. He had his mom drop him off somewhere.
Oh, no. I'm not talking about that guy. I'm talking about there's a husband and a wife that the mob of people were heading towards their house, and when they got to their house, they threatened to throw stuff on their house, and so the guy went to his house and got his gun and was shooting up in the air and saying, "Hey, no, you're not gonna do that here," and he got in trouble for protecting his house.
I did not hear about that.
Yeah, I mean, they made all kinds of memes and stuff like that about him, and I think they arrested him too. But no, that guy to that one place and just started shooting up people because he wanted to protect his town. You know what I mean?
About Rittenhouse?
Yeah.
In order to protect his town, he went to a different town.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He I don't know. People are just crazy. I don't know what they're drinking.
I don't know. I don't even drink.
I don't even drink either, but I mean, somebody's got to be drinking the juice somewhere because I mean, if they're, if they're, not, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing, but somebody has failed somewhere somehow. You know what I mean? Because these people are acting crazy. You know what I mean? So
acting or are legitimately crazy, maybe.
They're probably legitimately crazy, but I think some of them might be falling on the hands of the other people. You know what I mean?
No, that made no sense.
Well, because a lot of times they follow, the person who is the leader of that whole thing. You know what I mean? Like, for example, if you have a person, I guess, have you seen what's the movie? It's a Stephen King movie.
Thinner.
No, not Thinner. It's the one where Thomas Jane plays in it, and it's this town with a mountain and a military base, and aliens come down and they start wreaking havoc on the town, and basically the one woman that's in there, she's a real big Christian woman, and She
Like she's like big physically,
well, she's huh?
large woman.
No, she's just like convincing people inside the store that because they all huddle
Like
up in a grocery store, so she was convincing people like this is God's work, this is God's intervention, and people were,
Yeah,
huh?
she's in a missionary position.
Yeah, yeah. Then people start flocking towards her and seeing her as a what?
Nothing. Todd's like 12,
Oh, well, they're seeing her as a sort of like a vessel,
Oh,
being used by God to teach, and stuff like that. And then if people try to escape, they're like, no, don't escape, and they start stabbing them, till finally somebody shoots her. But it's sort of tragic at the end, because
not when they're stabbed.
huh?
Not when the people are stabbed, but at the end, there's some more sad.
Oh, at the end, it's very tragic. Like Thomas Jane is driving his Jeep down the road, and then they run out of gas, and they're like, "Well, what do we do? We're still." It's called the Mist, I think, the Mist. So when they get there, they're like, "Crap, what do we do? We only have 6 shots in the gun." So they each take a bullet in the head, and Jane's kid is the last one, so he shoots him, and then gets out and starts.
Get saved, right?
Yeah, then gets saved. The military starts coming by, and it's like, oh, in that brief second, you should have just waited. You know what I mean? And you would have survived, but nope. It was a crazy twist that they do with it.
What's up, twist?
It's a twist, just like M. Night Shyamalan. He does a lot of crazy twists too in his movies. Yeah, like what's that movie? Crap, I can't think of the movies now. The one where you think there's a monster. Oh, The Village.
Village,
Right.
yeah, that one's crazy.
Well, see, The Village was brought
About
up,
rape.
huh?
Spoiler alert.
No, the Village was intended on a psychological aspect.
Yeah. Great.
It wasn't. People thought because of the fact that there was a monster in there that there's going to be some sort of monster, but they didn't know, or they got confused that.
They were supposed to because it's in that Shyamalan.
Yeah, it's true. But
That was the whole point.
the brother.
It was the point of the movie was to be confusing because
Mm-hmm.
that's the point of the movie. Like even the kids, they were or whatever, like in the movie, like the whole thing was supposed to be confusing. Like, oh yeah, there's a monster here. You can't go in the woods.
Right. You
Or
can't
whatever.
leave. You can't leave the edge of the woods because. and they sent the blind girl to go get the medicine because she obviously couldn't see, so she wouldn't know what's going on.
You know her head from a hole in the ground.
Well, that's true. But she gets the medicine. She saves the guy.
Saves the day.
Yeah. So here's my question about that movie. Right. It was what 6 people or something like that did that. Man, that's annoying.
What you mean by that? But okay.
Huh?
I don't know what you mean by that.
Well, they created this village. It was 6 professors that did all this.
You know this better than I do. I watched it one time and was like, oh, that was gross, and then just never saw it again.
Oh, really? Yeah, it was like 6 professors or something like that created
the movie. The idea of it was like, ugh.
Yeah.
I had to go home after 3.
And they made the village the way it is, and because they were tired of society being
Some great little girls.
gross and ugly and nasty, and So they wanted to live in colonial times, which is different. I don't know. Could you live back then? I couldn't live back then.
I could.
Could you?
Would I rather? Am I glad I live in this time though? Yes. Would I do it though? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know if I could live back then. I
What do you
mean,
mean?
it'd be too hot. All the clothes you got to put on, and I don't know.
You do have to wear clothes.
Well, no, they put on a lot of clothes. Like a shitload of clothes. But I don't know. It'd be too hot. You know what I mean?
For your shirt?
Huh?
Too sexy for your shirt?
If I what with my shirt?
Too sexy for your shirt?
Too sexy for my shirt. Yeah, I can't go down the runway with that one.
You can't go down the runway.
Not with that shirt, no. So, but
I'm a model.
and you know what I mean.
Yeah. Give a little on the.
So, I don't know. Would you want to see what the future would be like with us?
As long as it's free to me.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I would be sort of scared. Not really scared, but just sort of nervous to see, what our future holds 40, 50, 60, 100 years.
It holds a lifetime of tragedy and comedy.
Yeah. But I mean, if you think about it, I mean, it's like the way we're going. I mean, we're trying to like do the recycling thing, but we can't really get the recycling thing right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, recycling was created as a farce anyway.
Well, yeah.
But I mean, now I think we're taking it more seriously. But initially, it was created as a farce,
right?
To make you think that they were doing something to help, but they really weren't.
Well, I think that we're a dollar late with the recycling thing because
a day late and a dollar short.
There you go. That's what I was trying to say. Because we're already in the hole. I mean, look at the ice caps in Antarctica that are coming off. The ones that are the size of,
Kentucky.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They say that if those things melt, that it'll raise the ocean.
Raise the dead. Oh yeah, the ocean.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, so.
Yeah. It's already doing that. Every year it goes up by what? An inch or something?
I think it's like a foot or something like that.
Foot? I don't know.
You don't think it's a foot?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Florida would be back underwater.
Florida be gone.
Florida is so swampy. I feel like it's because we were underwater at one point.
It probably was. I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah. It wasn't like while all that shifting was going on.
Yeah.
I think we were actually under the water.
We probably were. I really wouldn't doubt it because all the marshland that we have. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's
without belief.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of land out there with a lot of marsh, and I would hate to see if Florida breaks off. That'd be kind of cool. Kind of makes their own little island.
Yeah, that won't happen.
You don't think so?
No. What's going to happen is that we're gonna retreat to back underwater time.
We're gonna turn into sand people or crab people. Is that what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Or that's what we're gonna do. But
crab people. Cool.
So
it'll be feeding to got crabs.
Got crabs?
Yeah, as in like the STD.
No, I don't have crabs. No.
Oh my God. Good. You stay that way, my friend.
But no, before we went to break, we were talking about the Strawberry Festival, and I don't care for the Strawberry Festival, to be honest with you. It's one of those places where, like, the fair would probably be the most tolerable that I could do. You know what I mean? Like, I used to go to both. I used to go to the fair and the Strawberry Festival. But
Did you really?
yeah, I mean, it was neat. You know what I mean? Because I would go to the fair and do that, just walk around, and then I would go to Strawberry Festival, and then just sort of walk around and see all the exhibits and stuff.
Body weight in strawberries.
Do I?
You said I would just walk around, and then I said, and he would eat his body weight in strawberries.
No, I really the last time I remember that line for that strawberry stuff, man, was unbelievably long. You would think you were at Disney, you know, to get a strawberry shortcake. You know, it's just insane. But
We got the cake.
huh?
We got the cake.
That's true. That's true. So I used to go to both of them, and it used to be not as packed at the Strawberry Festival as it has been the last time I was there. And it just got to a point where, because I don't ride the rides, you know, I don't do any of that mess. So it just got to a point where it's like, you know, there's too many people, and they're bumping into me, and they're sweating, and they're just like, that sweat's getting all over. Huh?
It smelled like a turkey leg.
They smell like a turkey leg, and like I said, they just like bump into you, and they got their sweat,
Covered in grease.
grease, and sweat all over
Wet.
you, and wet and nasty, and bleh, you know, spilling their cheese all everywhere because they're trying to stuff their face with an elephant ear. You know, I don't know. It's
Put your
crazy.
penis away. You know what I'm saying? That's what I hate. That's what I hate the most when I'm at the state fair. Guys just walking around with their dicks out. You know what I'm talking about?
times does that happen? Because
Or at least
I don't know if I've seen that before, to be honest with you.
nothing ever happened to you.
I've never seen anybody walking around with their penis out.
Yeah, that's why there's so many cops.
I don't know. I must have missed that one. I'm like, wow, there's somebody with their penis out, but I must have missed that one.
To be fair, I'm looking for them.
I mean, I'm not looking either, but I'm just saying, it I don't know. I don't know what to say to that. I mean, that's sort of odd, you know.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta walk around with no pants on, you know.
I know, but why would you want to walk around with no pants? Like,
At the fair,
yeah,
for free tickles, of course.
for free tickles.
Yeah,
Is that what it is? Free tickles?
free tickles, baby.
And who are you getting free tickles from? Let me ask.
Mostly men, but I'm telling you, I'm doing it for the ladies.
Do you have a booth that says free tickles?
Yeah, it's wherever I'm walking.
Oh.
It's my erect penis.
I don't know if that was.
I just gotta bring a lawn chair with me, and I just pop a squat sometimes, and I go, hey, $5 to look at it, $10 to touch it. And then I go get a chili dog with my profits, you know.
Oh wow! Just be careful. You don't want your penis to get burned. You know.
No, I put back on to eat the chili dog. Come on, man.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
a
I don't know. I don't know if you walk around with a costume on with it sticking out of the nose. I don't know. But Yeah, I was just saying you might wanna put it back in its holster. That way.
Put it back in its cage.
Yeah, that way.
Back out the cage, bro.
Get it back in the cage, homie. You know. Yeah, that's kind of interesting booth that you have there. I think that. How much do you make?
My mom has suggested I try it one year when I was like 14. I just never stopped.
How did your mom sit there and go, "Hey,
Amazing.
little baby Matt, let me talk to you. You must stick your penis out and let
I
people."
remember when I was wearing your tushy. Your penis was so magnificent, and the whole world. Yeah, okay, mommy.
You must
And she goes, start with Tampa. That's fair.
start with Tampa.
Yeah, I've just done it ever since.
So how's that going for you, buddy?
And I'm making a couple bucks on, enough to eat a chili dog, which you know how expensive things are at the fair. So
Oh
I mean,
yeah, I don't care for chili dogs.
Okay, well, better than okay. All right.
Yeah, no, I don't care for chili dogs. To be honest, I don't like them.
Oh my goodness.
No,
Well,
what?
About time you did.
Well, I like the Italian sausage, or
Giggity.
a diggity. Or I could. What did I have there? I had man. I can't remember what I had. I had something. No, I had a hero. I had a hero, a lamb hero.
A hero.
Yeah,
A hero.
a hero.
Yeah.
But it's really almost the same stuff all the time. It's elephant ear, fried Twinkies, fried Oreos.
Ear, don't you?
Huh?
You love an elephant ear, don't you?
I could dig an elephant ear. You know what I mean? That's one of the kind of the staples when I go. It's like either a funnel cake or an elephant ear. Just that's usually what I normally just get as like I'm exiting. It's just like something for lunch, and then usually lunch is pretty filling, and then as I'm exiting, I'll pick up like an elephant ear and just eat it on the way out. So
An animal.
well, I mean, I guess.
Sugar flopping down my chest and butter dripping down my chin.
Oh, that's horrible. I tried one time a frozen cheesecake.
What?
A frozen cheesecake dipped in, I think it was icing or something like that. And God, that thing was horrible. Not really horrible. It was big. It was about the size of my hand, and it was frozen, so it was hard as a rock. So when you put, huh?
You're full of innuendos tonight, baby.
And so it was just sort of just really difficult to eat, but
Real hard.
yeah, it was on a stick and everything. But would you eat the fried Oreos or?
I've never tried a fried anything. In
No.
fact, I always shudder when passing by like the signs and stuff. I'm like, oh, that's why you're so fat, America. And then, but secretly, I do want to try one because I'm fat. So, I mean, I feel like it burned the right.
I don't know. I couldn't.
Rest of American, they got fat.
I've seen those things, and I'm like, oh man, I bet you they would taste really good. But then I'm like, they got to come with a defibrillator too,
Yeah, it's like a heart attack in a
Yeah.
package.
Like a corn dog, I will do. I wouldn't mind a corn dog. That's probably number 2 staple. It probably goes top 3 would probably be elephant ear, funnel cake, and probably a corn dog, and then probably a Italian sausage for number 4. So top 4.
What was your first one?
It'd be elephant ear.
Elephant ear is your first pick when you're at a fair?
Yeah, elephant ear. I mean, it's something, light, not too heavy on the stomach, Then
You ain't eating. I eat them then.
Huh?
Woo, doggy, let me tell you. Just goddamn delicious.
They are delicious.
And like a heart attack on a plate.
Yeah, because they smother that thing with butter, and then they put like a pound of, whatever toppings you want on it.
That little chocolate powder stuff. Come on, dude. I'm fooling.
Are you going cinnamon sugar or just sugar?
Yeah.
Cinnamon
Yeah,
sugar.
I want it all. I want it loaded.
Loaded.
I want it for like my Waffle House hash browns.
Then you let the cinnamon sugar kind of encrust with the hot buttery mix of the fried dough.
Yeah, and then what I do is I take another plate, right? A second paper plate. I put it on top and I start brushing it with my hand and I snort that shit. So you know I'm a hardcore fat man.
Oh yeah, you got it down pat, bud.
Yeah, bro.
You're like the king.
The king of fat.
But no, I don't care for the Strawberry Festival because it's just way too packed.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of children running around.
Yeah.
Strawberry in fucking face.
Right.
Don't know how to use a napkin. Touch your leather in your car, and then wonder why you're upset.
Yeah. And then on top of that, you got 30,000 people there trying to. Well, they let like 100,000 people in when you've got a venue that only holds like 20,000. And then people are trying to race for the rides. People are trying to do this, trying to do that. They push you out of the way, and it's just like, I just don't even want to go.
I don't want to go.
I don't even want to go. I'm like, no, I don't care. I don't want to go to the Strawberry Festival.
Gwazi yet?
Huh?
Have you tried the new Iron Gwazi yet?
No, but I've heard other people have done it and they liked it. They've heard that it's a really good roller coaster.
Yeah, so I went yesterday to the old BG.
Did you? Did you ride it?
I did not.
No. Okay.
I wanted to though.
Oh, why? How come you didn't ride it?
2.5 hour wait time.
Oh, that would deter me from riding it.
I said, well, thank you. I'll see you next time. So my buddy went last weekend for one of those like the pass holder previews.
Yeah.
We could have done too, but we didn't do it. And this weekend was like their opening weekend to the public.
Yeah. Okay.
And we went and gave it a little look see. And I don't know, man. I can't get on board with a wait time like that. Like,
nah.
Like, who you fooling?
Usually my wait time is about 30 minutes. Now, I will have to say that I did overpass my 30-minute wait time limit for, what's it called? Hagrid's, the new one at Universal.
I know not of what you speak.
It's a new roller coaster called Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure Journey.
Sounds like a Harry Potter thing.
Yeah, it's a Harry Potter thing.
Oh, good God.
But it's not bad, to be honest with you. It's really good. But anyways, so it was about an hour and 20-minute wait, and I kind of suppressed the 30 minutes and like, I'll wait. But usually my tolerance is about 30 minutes, and then I start getting jittery and crazy.
Yeah.
And
it's like in the 40 or 50-minute range. I'll give it a look see.
Yeah, because I'm
not, like, I do want to try it. It looks cool.
Yeah, it does. It's a 91-degree drop. So.
My buddy that went on the preview day, he said it's his new favorite.
Is it really? Wow.
Yeah, he said his favorite before that was Sheikra.
Oh, okay. All right.
So he went from Sheikra to that.
Well, originally they were gonna get rid of that. Gwazi.
Yeah, like 20 years ago. It's been sitting there shut down and told we were gonna get rid of it for like a goddamn fortnight.
No, I think it was like what? I'm trying to remember, like 2016, I think 2015. right?
At least 100 years ago.
I remember going into a big meeting with everybody in entertainment, everybody with different departments, zoo, culinary, you name it, right? And one of the big topics of discussion was the Gwazi ride, and they were like, "Well, we need to get rid of it because it's doing nothing but just sitting there, and collecting dust. So we need to get rid of it." Well, the idea was to build a permanent stage and get rid of that other stage, a temporary stage, because that's what's called a 2-year stage, and they have to break it down every 2 years. Every nut, every bolt, every cotter pin has to be replaced if there's any kind of rust on it. So, anyways, the problem is with wood like Gwazi, they can't burn it because it's all pressure treated. But they can't find anybody at the time to buy it because they'd have to buy the ride, dismantle the ride, and then transport it up to wherever they were going, and then rebuild it over there.
Okay.
So it was a lot of craziness to try to, and then from that, after that meeting, I don't know what happened and the logistics of it, but apparently it stayed there for X amount of years because they used it for a haunted house unearthed for 2 or 3 years. Because when they built Unearthed, I was actually doing the tech work for that, and I was up on the tracks, running power, over the tracks and everything on the station. So.
I heard that you worked at Busch Gardens.
I did work at Busch Gardens. I worked at
Yeah,
Busch
I heard
Gardens
that.
for like 7 years.
Yeah, I heard that. That's crazy.
I did 2 years in acting, 4 years in tech, and then 2 years of stage managing.
No, yeah.
So.
What did you think of that?
Huh?
What did you think of that?
I liked it. It was really neat. It was very unique. You had to deal with, especially when you're a stage manager, you have to deal with a lot of different problems all at one time, and on most nights, because these houses, what people don't realize is that these houses come alive when the event opens, and when you have 100 people an hour coming through these houses, right? You've got to make repairs and do all this other stuff and make sure it's all running correctly. But I liked working there. I enjoyed working there. I met a lot of neat people. One of the highlights was I met Bindi Irwin one time.
Who's it?
Bindi Irwin. She was Steve Irwin's daughter.
Oh.
The crocodile.
Was she pretty?
Huh?
Was she pretty?
Oh, she's a very beautiful girl, yeah. Yeah, very beautiful. Very knowledgeable about animals too. So
Oh, I bet.
she's very, like, when she's off camera, she's the same as she's off camera, she's on camera. It's like she's just a camera person.
Just a good old girl.
Yeah, and then we set up a lot of green rooms for different bands. Let's see. All right, I got to. So one time it was Christmastown, right?
Yeah.
And I'm filling in as sort of like a sub stage manager, right?
Okay.
So I go over and part of my job duties was to check on the Santa house, okay, which is in the Santa house. If you've ever been there during Christmastown, they have 6 different Santas. so that way you wouldn't see one Santa at any given time.
Right.
Right, so you wouldn't have the same experience, you know.
Sure.
So all the audio is run by, you know, a bank full of amps and the Mac computer that runs all this stuff, you know. So when I was listening to the audio, I'm like, your audio is out. One in a section of your audio is out. They go, yeah, I know. So then I went to the audio shed and I went to go test out the amp, and the amp was, you know, blown. And so I was like, crap. And so when I went to go call my SM for that particular night, my hand hit the emergency, because when you hit the space bar on those computers, right, because I had a wireless keyboard, a very small wireless keyboard, so my hands sort of rolled to the space bar, and then once you hit that, it'll go to an emergency mode. You know what I mean? Like it'll start saying, it'll start saying, thank you, guests and members. Please exit to the nearest thing. We are experiencing a fire or something, you know, something like that. You know?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this was in the Santa house on a full night, you know. So I'm like literally having a cow in my head going, holy shit. Yeah, I peed a little bit in my pants. And then finally I fixed it, got it running again. But people were exiting and they were saying, oh my God, I've ruined my night and blah, 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 blah. So once I did all that, I refixed it. I kind of quietly walked out, you know.
He goes, I just kind of took my leave.
Yeah. And so the director of the Christmas Town came up to me and she's like, let me have a talk with you. Oh, no, she wasn't laughing. She had this scorned look on her face. Like, you know, I just killed somebody live on stage, you know. So she
Would
gave...
you do that?
No. But she gave me the riot act. She gave me, you know, the business and, you know, shook her finger at me, you know. So but I had to take my licks, man, because it was my fault for doing that. So, you know.
Oh, but I mean, it was an accident.
Yeah, it was an accident. That's explained to him but you know, it was fun. I mean, I did my job. I mean, I kind of got screwed, you know, here and there, on jobs, but you know, for the most part, you know, I enjoyed it. You know, you just stay in your lane and just do your job and not worry about every little thing. Then you know you'll be all right. You know, but yeah, it was fun. It was real fun. Doing the scare acting was challenging. That.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because you got to go through an audition process, and then you got to go. Well, if you get picked, then you got to. What is it? You have to learn what your character is. You know, putting your makeup on, and then you go out to set and you learn. You know, what you're doing and stuff like that. And then once the thing opens, you're like, you know, going crazy doing your stuff because, you know, the manager might be walking by or something like that. So I know for me as a stage manager during Howl-O-Scream, I walked the house, you know, 2 or 3 times, you know, before, just to make sure everybody was okay, you know. So
sure.
It was interesting. It was very fun. A lot of people got hurt though.
Got hurt?
Yeah, there was in Zombie Mortuary. There was this lady that was 20,000 sheets to the wind, right? And one section of the house, we have these mannequins that are dressed up in you know, suits, right? So the mannequins are just regular mannequins for some, and some are humans, you know, dressed up as mannequins. So the guy does the scare. She falls back. Doesn't even scream. Like she falls back on her ass, right? And
Okay.
because she stepped backwards, in fear. And so when she did that, she didn't even scream. She didn't say nothing because she had a drink in her hand. She was 20,000 leagues sober, or drunk, and she's probably high too at the same time.
Oh, geez.
So when I saw that, I was like, great. So then I got her up and I sat her down and I said, "Are you okay?" And she goes, "Oh yeah, I'm fine." And she lifts up her leg, and her ankle is just flopping,
Oh,
left or right, because when she stepped back, she rolled her ankle,
of course.
and she broke her ankle, and she's just holding her ankle up and she just flopped. And said, "Ma'am, you may not want to do that, to be honest with you."
Whoa, that sounds gross.
Yeah, so they had to get her out of the house, and
Pay her off.
yeah, but she had no pain at all. I was like, "Man, you're a super trooper." Let me tell you, I know if I broke my ankle like that, boy, I'd be on the floor crying. If you ever had an ankle injury, you know how bad that hurts. I don't care how big of a boy you are.
I mean, when you're drunk though,
huh?
you don't feel. When you're drunk though, you don't feel shit.
True, but still though, that's oh man, that hurts.
That smarts just thinking about it.
I mean, just think about it. Rolling your ankle.
I do.
Then they had a lady one time. I was working in zombie mortuary as a tech, and this lady came through, and my buddy Bats was doing the pneumatic, wrench, right? But it was nothing, he wasn't tightening anything. He was just, bzz, bzz, make the sound. So, if you've ever worked with pressurized tanks and, compressed air or whatnot, you know that in the bottom of the tanks, they develop a watery sort of reservoir, inside there naturally from the heating and cooling of the air.
Right.
Well, apparently, a buddy of mine that handles all this stuff, because she did it at the time at the house was open that I was working at. He was telling me that, yeah, she sued Busch Gardens, okay, and she told the lawyers that she can't sleep, she can't drink, she can't eat. She's lost like a gazillion pounds, and
Which she needs.
huh?
Which she needed.
Yeah. Well, she's claiming.
And you're welcome.
She's claiming PTSD. She's claiming night terror. She's claiming like all these things just for a drop of water that came out of an air tank got into her mouth.
That kind of stuff is terrifying, and you need to be more sensitive.
And I'm like, how does this happen? How do you sit there and
You know what? You know what I blame?
Huh?
Sesame Street.
Sesame Street. That's
Tickle Me Elmo?
Huh?
That ain't right. Tickle Me Elmo? That ain't right.
No, that's true. Big Bird is actually cut in half.
What do you mean?
Well, the costume at Busch Gardens. The Big Bird costume at Sesame Street.
What about it? It's cut in half. What do you mean?
Well, when they take it off the guy, the actor, right?
Uh-huh.
It's actually they put him on a pulley system, and they pull the bird up, and then it's cut in half. That way they can get the actor out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like for Cookie Monster and all that stuff like that, right? They take their heads off, and then they take the bodies off too. So in the shop,
Yeah.
that you see behind the stage and everything, right?
Right.
You'll see a bunch of heads in like little cubbies with a cover on them, and then you'll
Does it
see
creep
the.
you out?
Oh yeah. Especially walking in there at night when you're trying to open up and close down the house. It's like, holy crap. Yeah, oh yeah, man, that place is creepy at night, dude. Like if you ever remember the simulator ride at Busch Gardens, right? I've been down there quite a few times, and it's really, really, really creepy. Like, really creepy. They call it the pit because it's about 40 feet down the ground, and it's all black because he used to have 2 simulator rides there, yeah, I've been through all sorts of that park. I've driven through all that park, just working throughout there. I've been 200 feet in the air on a cherry picker, which was fun.
Oh yeah.
But it was fun. It was good. I liked it. I didn't have a problem with it. It was very, very, very interesting. So I don't know if I'd go back, to be honest with you.
Oh really?
Yeah, I don't know. Because, I probably could if I wanted to, but I don't know if I want to go back. I think I'm a little Busch Gardens out. You know what I mean? So
Sure.
that's now Universal's a different story. So
You would work there?
I'd love to work there. Yeah.
You think they'd let you?
Well, if I put in the application, sure.
We can do it.
Yeah, but then I gotta drive to Orlando every day, and the paycheck's gonna pay for gas.
No, you would move.
I'd not move. Orlando was horrible.
Well,
Well, I thank you for joining the show. All the 4 viewers, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. This is a Social Reload Show. I am Bull with Matt the Savior.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And we hope you enjoyed our frequent talks.
Or rambling.
So, yeah.
Trying to get a rise out of Bull.
That's right. We'll see you next Monday. And don't forget, tomorrow night is Bull and the Bartender Show with Mark the Bartender and myself. And then sprinkled in throughout is a Bull's Thoughts. So, not a
Yeah,
bad
you've been
line.
doing it lately.
Yeah, I've been trying to put stuff up. So,
Yeah.
trying to do it. All right, so without further ado, we'll have to say goodbye. And then also with Matt's signature.
Go get your stuff.
There you go. We'll see you next Monday night. You have a good week.